Hello and welcome to another episode of Gacha Rock and Roll.
Yes.
Folks, it's pretty obvious why we haven't had an episode until now, isn't it?
Wait, that and it's my finals week, but the other reason,
Yes. We're here today to talk about Honkai Star Rail. Folks, it's here. 2 years in the making. It's finally arrived. Hit the gaming world by storm.
Yes.
So much so that folks like Asmongold is playing this game. I can't believe that.
There's a lot of people playing the game. More than you would expect.
Yeah. And you know what pun intended. What an impact it made.
Well, yeah. Definitely.
I think more so than Genshin did. Well, no, maybe not Genshin, but it's up there. Like
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been very, very impactful in the gaming world, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of streamers playing it nowadays, especially
we'll see how
famous
long that
ones.
lasts though, but
Yeah.
I'm very happy that it's doing well.
Yes, I'm also very happy.
Yeah. But before we talk about that and we get into our first impressions of the game
And our first experiences.
And the funny story about our first 5 stars.
It's not funny, but okay.
Well, it's funny to me, but yeah, that depends. I mean, you have her now, but anyway.
Yes.
First, congratulations to our friend Carlo for starting his podcast, The Playground, where him and his doctor friends Oden and forgot his
Oden?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Carlo, Oden, and Tiger, I think. Sorry, sir, if I forgot your name. I only saw one episode. They talk about everything under the sun. Don't listen to it if your kids are there because they don't. They cannot guarantee that it's safe for children.
Oh, so it's like a non-censored stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Their first episode was about pineapples on pizza.
Oh, very, very controversial topic.
Which I kind of contributed a bit to when I was chatting to him. But yeah, do check it out. Carlo did ask us at one point if we'd like to be on the show, which that'd be cool.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
we can explain what gacha games are.
Yeah, and it'll help both of our podcasts get a bigger group of people.
And of course, a congratulations to Andrew and my friend Conrad for starting their podcast, the RTG, the Random Topic Generator podcast, one where they also talk about anything and everything under the sun.
Yes.
And they go on to tangents. Their last one was Star Rail based, but then it turned into Arknights versus Star... Not really versus Star Rail, but as a
Star Rail,
comparison with Genshin. And I agreed with some of the points you made, and then I disagreed with others. But that's the point of, topics, discussions, right?
Discussions, and we...
This has now... one of the things they touched on was the how... You don't feel the grind of Star Rail as much because you can auto the game.
Yes.
So it's not as much of... Because we said off mic, going back into... We're both playing it at the same time.
Yes,
Because
we're... I think you're doing Simulated Universe,
yeah.
and I'm doing farming routes right now.
Yeah, but I booted up Genshin after a while, and then I had to...
It feels tiring.
Come on. Now I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this,
Genshin feels tiring now. And that's... Wow. It actually feels tiring.
Yeah, well, it's still fun. I still enjoy Genshin. Don't get me wrong, but,
Yeah,
it's not the same.
Yes. I'm more willing to miss days of playing Genshin if I can just play Star Rail.
Yeah, but then
I don't have a problem with I forgot to log in today. No, I don't have that much big of an issue anymore. Normally I do when I with my gacha games. I'm very particular. I can't miss a login
it's
day
funny
or else,
everybody is saying, oh, thank you for an auto, the grind, it's a hassle. The one game we play that doesn't have that nobody complains about is FGO.
Well, because people
there will never be an
there
auto.
will never be an auto.
They would have to work really hard to make that work.
The system for that kind of auto is really difficult.
Yeah, you'd have to consider what cards come out. You have to consider
choosing you can't just automatically choose
the skills, the strategies,
your chain.
It's not
whatever.
possible.
It's very difficult to organize that logically. I guess I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that it would be difficult if they did try to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sure about.
Oh, so speaking of FGO, to get ourselves started, folks, Morgan's coming.
Yes. Oh my God. It's actually.
It's almost
happening.
time. Morgan's on the way.
It's happening. It's almost here. I'm so excited, and I'm not gonna touch the gacha button because you're doing it for me.
Yes, Morgan's on her way. We've discussed before, like maybe almost a year ago, I think, how strong Morgan is. But for those of you who may be new
we can
to Gacha Rock and Roll, who have never heard that
let's
episode,
do a bit of a discussion on Morgan.
yes, who is she? Why is she so powerful? Should Arjuna havers bother? All that.
Yeah. Okay. So
Morgan.
generally, Morgan is probably lots of people argue she is the best berserker in the game. Mainly because of what you call it. She has means to mitigate her own berserker weakness, and
I mean, Summer Ibuki exists.
Summer Ibuki is the best for farming.
Oh, okay.
But like Morgan is something else. Like Morgan's all-around kit is very powerful, but it's just generally really good. There's nothing more you want in a berserker.
Well, what does her kit contain?
So
this is for like people who may have never listened to that episode we did.
Oh yeah, okay. So she has a natural passive. Note that she's a berserker. So she has a natural passive to reduce the chance that she receives a critical hit by 20%.
Oh,
that's natural passive. And you know the things with berserker. Like sometimes they get crit and they just die, right?
Yeah, but when it comes to numbers and FGO, like 90% crit chance misses, 10%
yeah, but getting
hits.
crit, but knowing that your chances of getting crit on your berserker is much less than it would be is very relieving, you could say. It's much more it allows you to feel a little more safe when you're using a berserker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention she also has like territory creation, so her arts cards do more and give more. She has improved arts cards damage and effectivity. Her card deck is 2 buster, 2 arts, and 1 quick.
Okay.
So essentially, that's a berserker who can get a lot of NP back because she has 2 arts cards.
Yeah, sounds like she will.
Definitely. Aside from that, like her skills as a whole, if you look at it, she has Castoria's second skill, which is the whole protection of the lake thing, which increase NP gain, blah blah blah, and 20%. And her charisma also, she has a charisma that increases everyone's NP gauge by 30, or I think her own NP gauge by 30. And it's a charisma, and it also decreases the critical chance or attack or defense of your opponents, I think, when you use it.
Okay.
And then she has her all-in-one third skill, which is basically everything you want. So it's Guts, it's C-Star Gather, crit damage up, and instant C-Stars. It's very powerful.
Alright, so she's up there in terms of like the stats and things like that. So
for a berserker, among other berserker stats, she's a bit above average, so she's not like the highest or anything.
Yeah.
But the fact that she is how you can say her skills and stuff and her natural passives all make up for that, even though she's just
So the question I posed a while ago, like if the person listening is an Arjuna altar haver, should they bother rolling for her?
So here's the thing with Morgan versus Arjuna altar. It's that what Morgan doesn't have in Arjuna's crit damage, she has in terms of utility and everything else.
Okay.
Because her NP also increases everyone's overcharge, right?
Does it?
It does. That's why she's so good with Castoria, right? You run Morgan, Castoria, Merlin. That's the not die combo, remember?
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, so her NP gives everyone overcharge by 1 stage, and then upgrading that, you can overcharge more.
Okay.
And her damage, she has a special modifier against round table and man attribute enemies.
That's a lot.
And when I say man, it's not man as in male. No, man as in...
Male is a different thing.
Yeah, male is a different, designator in FGO. when I say man, I mean it's more humanoid-ish.
And that's a lot
or like,
of people.
Yeah, or like they were human, like that type of thing. And that's a lot of servants. So her NP will generally do more special attack damage against a lot of the servants.
Yeah.
Although there are not a lot of round table enemies, she still will do a lot of damage with her NP in that case. Although, Arjuna Alter is much better in terms of raw damage crits, like big, with his Buster card, because he has a monkey deck, remember?
Mm-hmm.
The Buster. So, of course, he'll have those big Buster crits that Morgan can't do, but in terms of utility outside of critting, Morgan has that in spades.
So
right?
it's a matter of who you need at what point?
Something like that. It's not exactly who you need at what point. It's more of what do you think you need, right? Because Morgan is better for general stuff.
Yeah.
Arjuna is better for more specified crit builds and stuff like that. Right? He's better for that.
Okay, who would you bring in a boss fight?
Well, okay, then it depends. Because, if it's a boss fight that I need to finish quickly,
Arjuna.
there are ways we can just use Arjuna and kill them immediately. But that takes, setup and stuff. But, it's still very viable. But if we're looking at a more longer fight, like a challenge quest or something,
Morgan.
I'd rather bring Morgan because I know that she can survive longer and she has more how you say, cooperation with a lot of other servants, right?
Alright.
She can work well with a lot of people,
So-
not just her alone.
So I think it's pretty safe to say Morgan is a must roll.
Well, if you ask me, yes. Though,
But-
yes, she's a must roll, but I didn't say she has to be rolled now. So, a lot of what people are thinking, because Koyan and Oberon are coming out, Morgan, the first Morgan banner, people are gonna skip it because she comes out a lot. And when I say a lot, it's a lot. Like, she comes back a lot.
She's already had more reruns than Arjuna has had.
Yes.
That tells you all you need to
Yes,
know.
because how many she has so many fans. She was the number one level 120 servant in Japan for
Really?
2 years straight. 2 years straight. And it makes sense after after we play Avalon Lefay, we'll understand why.
You'll understand why.
I think I already understand why, but even more people will understand why. But Morgan is just generally amazing. So you have the choice of whether you want to roll for her or not. I mean, if you have Arjuna Alter and you're not particular about having I want a berserker that can do this and that, and you just want a berserker that big damage monkey, right? Then Arjuna Alter is fine. You don't need to roll for Morgan. But for other situations though, if you're like, I want someone who can survive longer, or I want someone who can support the team in a way, or stuff like that, then Morgan's much better. So it really depends on you. If you don't have Arjuna Alter or Morgan, then I would still recommend that you get Morgan. Because, the amount of utility she gives is just phenomenal, and it's unmatched. And in terms of a berserker, after all. But those are my thoughts on Morgan.
Alright.
I'm definitely rolling for her. She's even stronger if you get NP levels, and it's pretty insane if you
So
do.
consider, guys, that also we're getting Melusine, who
Yes.
should be the banner next, the next one, right?
It's Morgan, Koyan, Castoria, Melusine, Oberon, I think. That's how the order is. If I remember correctly. Yeah.
Like, those are a lot of.
A lot of people consider much of.
Because I consider Melusine to be a must roll as well, because she's the unmatched lancer of the game.
Yes. Though me, I don't want another lancer. I have way too many lancers already.
Yeah, but she's definitively the best one.
Oh yes, but then still, I have way too many lancers. I don't need another one. So
That's fair.
And if I'm gonna pick a Lancer, I'm gonna pick my waifu, obviously. I'd rather use Ereshkigal, obviously. But I mean, Melusine is still unmatched until now.
Yeah.
So it would be very good to use her, or to have her in general. Definitely a worth pickup. But then you have to weigh that against Melusine being a strong servant versus somebody who shifts the meta entirely with Koyanskaya, right?
Oh yeah.
Hikari no Koyanskaya, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need that Koyan to adapt to Buster meta.
Mm-hmm.
And you also need Oberon if you want to adapt to future farming methods. Because future farming is going to become very, very difficult because there's going to be enemies with 1 million HP.
And general, like, bosses also.
Yes.
Oberon's good at that, apparently.
Sometimes, yeah. Depend. If you can one-shot the boss, then yeah. Oberon's very good at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, both of them are very, very, very important. Very, meta-defining servants going to be released. A lot of people would say, oh, if you're skipping Koyan, go for Oberon instead. I just say get both because both of them are very, very important.
I actually say the reverse. If you're gonna get Koyan, you can skip Oberon. Like, if you don't have enough for Oberon, it's not... You can do the Koyanskaya method without him. It's possible.
She's
more important in that sense.
But like for the later content kasi,
you will need him.
You will need him because the health of the last wave is just not enough for the buffs of Koyanskaya to go over.
Well, that's if you choose to do Buster.
Well, yes, that if you choose to do Buster. And like most Buster oriented teams nowadays will become more oriented towards using Koyanskaya and the like, right?
Yeah.
It won't be any more.
Which reminds me, isn't this also the year? Oh no, that's next year, right? Where we get Ruler Skadi.
Yeah, that's next year.
Oh, okay.
Ruler Skadi.
I thought we'd be able to get the triple Skadi system.
Triple Skadi system. Yeah, but no, not yet. Ruler Skadi is basically better normal Skadi. It's just, you can run a double Skadi system on your own because you.
It's about time that they did that.
Yeah.
They need to do that with Artoria soon, though.
What do you mean?
Eventually there's gotta be some sort of like Castoria substitute.
I mean, some people say that's like
waiver.
No, not waiver. Some people say that is what's her
Tamamo?
face? No. Lady Avalon.
Oh, that's right.
Some people say it's Merlin
Does it
prototype. To an extent, yes, but it's still not better than. It's not as consistent as Artoria.
Alright.
I don't think it will ever be as consistent as Artoria, but
alright.
It's really up to you. I would like to think.
Yeah.
It's a very impactful option, especially Oberon because Oberon's
the first pretender.
Not only that, but he doesn't come back often. He's only had like 2 banners, including his release banner.
Yeah,
so
that's gonna be a tough pick.
It is
I
a
think.
tough pick. Yeah. So if it's really risky to skip Oberon because there's a high chance he just won't come back.
For a very long time, yeah.
And like later on farming, you're really gonna need him because the third wave nodes are gonna become really hard to deal with later on.
Yeah, especially when we get to
like
like Lost Belt 7.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
I've already told you about the whole
Kukulkan.
The
oh my god, what is that
like?
like?
The 1 million.
What is that like? Kukulkan with Koyanskaya and Oberon. Is she good with it?
Or yes.
No, but does Kukulkan not have like cooldown issues or anything? No?
Cooldown issues? No.
So she can do the system.
Yeah, I think she can. There's a video on it by Koyanskaya, I think.
Oh, alright. Is that FGO? Is there something we're missing? Grail Front's coming up, guys. Prepare your rulers, prepare your Arjunas or whatever.
Yes, bring your Hercules and you'll be
If you
fine.
don't have him, then good luck.
Yes.
Anyone else comes to mind? I got nothing actually. Like FGO wise, I think that's everything. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there still something?
Is there anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Beast Nero.
Beast Nero.
We added a
Darn
new
it.
class.
Darn it. The first beast type servant. Straight up, just they kept her as a beast.
Yeah.
First things first. Yeah, so Satanta was the welfare. It was pretty clear it was gonna be him.
Yeah, it had to be him. He was like
Yes.
the only 4-star, and they can't add Zeta.
Yes. Well.
No.
And the curse was broken.
The curse was broken with that with the freaking command code thing. Yeah.
It's the closest you'll get to
You'll get to reuniting them, but no, it won't happen.
maybe someday, but you never know. We'll see. I will say though, it's been a good collab, interesting. Apparently Saint Francis Xavier is a servant.
That's so weird. That's still so weird. Is that real? That's legit.
That was real. That was a real clip apparently. Okay, for those of you without the context, although if Andrew and Conrad listen to this, they'll probably get a chuckle out of this. Ryan and I are from Xavier School. We went to Xavier School here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And our patron saint is
Was
Saint Francis Xavier. Not only that, we're also Athenians.
Yeah, so there's a lot
Jesuits.
of Jesuit.
So to have Saint Francis Xavier there
as a servant,
as a servant,
what?
what?
He's a servant. What?
Well, we've had a pope. So
we've had a lot of saints, but it's kind of fun to see that Saint Francis Xavier of all people got to
if anything, I expected him to be crab-like.
Crab.
Just
because it's the crab doesn't.
That's gonna be part of his semblance or something like that. Semblance. Noble Phantasm. Semblance. There.
Semblance.
I'm thinking of Ruby all of a sudden. No.
Oh.
Noble Phantasm. Oh, we gotta get it. No, I think we discussed Ruby before already, right?
No, I think we've discussed that. Yes.
Yeah. It's just a cool little thing for us. Oh, cool. Saint Francis Xavier. What?
Yeah. Saint Francis Xavier being a pseudo servant.
But okay, how is Beast Nero? I've seen her design, but I've never looked at her kit.
Yeah, I saw her design. She has she's very good.
Is she? At what?
She's very good.
Okay, first of all,
General
what is the classification there? What does she beat? What beats
Beast
her?
beats everything in the normal 7 classes.
That's it.
And loses to every extra class.
So you would use Beast Nero like a lot.
If you're not fighting any extra class,
Bring her.
Beast Nero would be effective against them.
So almost everything.
Yeah, the
Oh
7
my God,
the
yeah.
7 true classes.
Yeah, you rarely fight the extra classes in
Exactly. That's why she's really valuable. That's what a lot of
But
people
does she?
said.
What is she? Is she a single target or is she a farmer?
Um,
If she's a farmer, then she's definitely a.
Well, she's AOE, but
Oh yeah, there you go.
I don't know if she's exactly a farmer, but maybe. But technically, yeah, I guess she could be considered a farmer to an extent.
It's
but
cool, you've got Nero, you've got this a fan favorite, I must say. She's a fan. I believe she was a fan favorite of Arcade for many years.
Yeah, a lot of people like Beast Nero. I don't get the appeal. I'm not a big Nero fan. I mean, she looks cool.
Oh yeah, that's her animation.
With the third ascension is cool.
With the giant sword and the.
Yeah, and they made
apparently
her,
that version of her wants to be less beast like. That's what I read.
Yeah.
She's more Nero.
Because apparently the
Nero
it's
side
the
of her?
Nero. It's that Nero is the Nero from Fate Extra apparently.
Why is she a beast?
So the servant things.
Okay, and then Hakuno and.
That's why Hakuno appeared.
Oh, that was cool
Right?
too. Yeah.
That's Hakunon appeared. That's why Hakunon.
No, it depends on who you are. I think. I think if you were Godako, the guy Hakuno shows up.
Oh, okay.
I think it's something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, because I've seen versions of the cutscene where the guy Hakuno was there.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's probably that.
I think it depends though. There's a factor that goes into it, but Beast Nero, Satanta, Tiamat.
Tiamat.
Who are we still missing from Arcade?
Oh, that was it.
Because we also Noah,
Noah, but we didn't see Noah.
Christmas, some
Suzuka.
Christmas peoples, Suzuka, Christmas, Blavatsky, Maid Kama.
Fake Kama, yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that one actually.
Kama fake.
Yeah, the only thing apparently the thing that's fake about her is that she's nice.
Yeah.
For some reason.
It's fake because that's Kama without the influence of Mara, and that's not her. That's not her. The Kama is the Mara influenced one, so that's why she's fake. If I remember the whole thing correctly.
I think you do.
Yeah. That's generally how it works. Sorry for the ping.
So, we got FGO out of the way. We can move on now to the news I found a few days ago. Yeah, a few days ago. A week ago. A week ago, because this was before Star Rail came out. The news that there's going to now be Games America and Games Europe.
Oh, yeah. Games.
That's interesting.
Games
Okay.
USA.
Let's not kid ourselves. They're doing this because of the disaster from Princess Connect.
Yeah.
They're doing this because
they
of that.
don't want anyone else, any external team to handle them anymore.
They cannot be trusted. Just to put it, that's it. You cannot trust them with any IP for a gacha game. It's not gonna work.
Yeah. Everything they touch turns to garbage.
Yeah.
Like King Midas, if you lived in a trash can.
To give you guys some perspective, alright, with how bad it was. Ryan and I were in Japan recently in Fukuoka. We mentioned that in a previous episode.
Yeah.
We bought his Morgan card for arcade.
Yes.
Interesting very interesting how they managed to
Yeah, if you didn't summon them in game, you can't.
It doesn't count as you having them. Like that's a very smart.
It does have them, but you can't ascend them.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I just wanted the card. I don't care if I can't play with her. I can play with her, but I can't ascend her. I don't mind that.
Yeah, but what I mean, okay. So going back, like you have, we were there, right? Getting the card games in Mandarake and Fukuoka.
Yes.
And then we saw a wall of like the other cards. They had Vanguard. Speaking of Vanguard Zero's dying apparently.
Yeah, that's
RIP.
Rest in peace, I guess. Like if you play,
it is the Duel Links of Vanguard.
It's the Duel Links of Vanguard. I'm surprised it's dying because a lot of the Vanguard players were playing that. I think.
No, because I think they're playing the real Vanguard. I think Zero has different rules.
No, it has the same rules.
No. Like for example, like there are certain triggers that don't exist in
Oh really?
Yeah. I discovered like
they don't.
That's not like I discovered that like I very briefly tried Vanguard Zero. I was like, oh cool, Vanguard decks are cool and stuff.
They don't have.
There are certain triggers and stuff that
Really?
only exist in Zero.
Wait, they only exist in Zero.
Yeah, and there are some that they don't exist at all in.
Like,
I don't think there's a guard trigger in Vanguard Zero.
Oh,
Something
really?
like I don't know. Like I don't know the rules of Vanguard that well, but
maybe there's. Okay, if there was no that.
but
Imagine
some
if there
stuff
wasn't heal
in the
trigger.
real. It's like there are. I don't think there is.
There's no
actually.
heal trigger.
I don't know. Like
Okay,
there's stuff that's not there. It's like how Master Duel Links.
So it's incomplete.
It's incomplete. Yeah, so, but it lasted very long. I'm surprised Bushiroad, axed it. Yeah, but then
Maybe it just wasn't like it didn't have the amount of.
you don't
people
hear
playing Vanguard.
Bushiroad axing a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, I mean maybe it just wasn't. It couldn't become the Duel Links that they wanted it to be because
Yeah.
like I'm surprised Duel Links is still alive.
Well,
And it is. It is
Because
still alive.
if you want to introduce somebody to Yu-Gi-Oh, you make them play Duel Links.
Because they have a progression system, right? You have to start with DM, and then they start to introduce the other stuff.
Which is good, you don't just drop us in and like here link summoning rush duels.
No. Like
That's why Cross Duel died because of rush dueling.
Yes, anything that involves rush dueling is not dueling.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's just not dueling.
So going back with Vanguard, actually wait, what were we talking about before we reach Vanguard?
Beast Nero.
No, after no Side Games.
Games, yes.
So now that I'm happy now that they're making their own. They're now gonna make things more global for their IP. They can handle it by themselves. Good thing they did that before Uma Musume became global.
Yes.
Very good, because if you gave it to Crunchyroll,
then
it's
I
doomed.
would have been very mad. Like, no.
Would you have not played it?
No. It's just that it would have been painful knowing that it would die someday easily.
Yeah.
That's just a given with Crunchyroll games. If
Yeah,
you
but-
play a Crunchyroll game, you know it's gonna die someday. It won't last.
Yeah.
It'll be like a flash in the pan, always.
Yeah. Unlike but now it's. I wonder because some people are saying like, oh, they can bring Princess Connect back under their own umbrella. That's
Perhaps.
difficult to do. Not only that, you would need people's Crunchyroll accounts. Because some people logged in through that. I logged in through Facebook, but so I'd be fine. But
would people really complain? 'Cause, like, I'm surprised Duel Links is still alive. 'Cause, like, I don't know. Would people really complain? about not having their accounts, or would they just be happy
because
that the game came back?
Which
right?
and then that brings hypothetically the other question: if you bring the game back, do you start it again?
I mean, that's the thing. That's the difficult thing about having dead games, or like.
Has a gacha game ever been revived?
No.
This would be a first.
Would
like
be a
ever.
first.
If they did that, like, what a power move that would be for
Yeah, you
Crunchyroll.
revive.
We
a
love
gacha
the game.
It's just
We care about you guys, so we're bringing it back. Like,
yeah. Though it still depends, cause like
what a
it
power
isn't
move that would
exactly.
be.
There's so many like possible issues you might have to deal with for, we are bringing back a gacha game that we recently killed.
Well,
It's a bit difficult.
somebody else killed it, but
Somebody else killed it, yes, but the fact remains is that like it's like there's stuff that's missing that people would have wanted to have, now that's gone, and like some people might think, so it was pointless that you cut it since you just brought it back, right?
Well, under their umbrella now, and things like that. We'll see. But yeah, it's just interesting. Like, okay, so obviously now we're gonna get is Grand Blue gonna become accessible globally now?
Grand Blue?
Because like the issue that people have with Grand Blue, although you can still play it, you need the Yahoo Japan account,
Japan.
Things like that.
It's weird.
It's very difficult to make those, so nobody bothers. That's why.
Yeah, it's quite strange. Like Yahoo Japan.
Maybe they'll finally like allow people to use Facebook and stuff for it. Because Grand Blue's no isn't some no-name gacha. No. Grand Blue's huge.
Well, Grand Blue, yes, it has its own market and everything.
So, what do you think they're gonna do now that this company subsidiary? What's the term for it? Because if they're doing Cygames now, they have Cygames America, Cygames Europe.
Branch, I guess.
So now that they have these branches,
Now that they have a branch for what you call it, Cygames, I mean, it gives you a lot of hope for any other Cygames stuff that happens.
which
in the
Uma
future.
Musume is.
Like, at least like Shadowverse is now.
Well, Shadowverse is still alive.
Yeah, and Shadowverse is now
And I believe
only
somebody
in
else
their
handles
hands, right?
Shadowverse.
Yeah, I think they do, but
Somebody else
it's still
handles
under
it,
Cygames, but like somebody else handles Shadowverse.
Oh.
I'm not sure, I think maybe.
But like, I wonder what else could they do? I just hope. Okay, you have to market Uma Musume the right way, because let's be honest, like the anime itself isn't that big.
Yeah.
Not a lot. You don't see people outside Japan talking about it as much.
Yes, but in Japan it's like the bees.
It's huge there.
It's massive,
So you need to market it correctly. I don't think people even know that the anime is out there to watch.
I mean, because when it was released, it was very.
Yeah, although if this is a game where
it
tells the story of the anime, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, like they could, they could try to like revamp some stuff, like like show more or advertise anime in other countries, but like it was really good when it did come out.
Yeah,
that was. But the problem is, it came out a good while back.
Yeah,
A couple of years ago already.
Like imagine the state of gacha gaming in the future, like Honkai Star Rail, and then this comes out. Like, can you imagine what happens? Like how that's gonna go? Like, it might be a war actually.
War.
The war of the gachas, like the war of the gacha games, like.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of well, not really a war, maybe not a war, but like maybe more of a competition.
Yeah,
I don't have the right words for that, but
it is crazy though. Nonetheless, and we're excited. I just hope that if you do make the Uma Musume game, which I imagine they will,
they will. They have to.
Do your best.
I mean, they took a while to release the game itself after announcing it. They took like
Didn't it take
they
like a
were
year?
delayed by like 2-3 years of their original.
It's worth it.
release
It's the highest.
date. But it did turn out really good anyway. So like
It is the highest grossing.
It is the highest grossing gacha game
in the world.
In the world, yes.
It still is.
It is. And that's just and they only have 80,000.
Consider
players.
this, like Star Rail right now probably has more players.
Yes, they have more players, and Star Rail, it's not getting
I can't
everyone
wait to see.
either.
I can't wait to see the you guys know what we're talking about, Siguro, like the profit chart. I can't wait to see the April, like when Star Rail
have
is
you
there.
seen?
Like,
We already saw what you call it, April, in the span
is it
of.
out yet?
Okay, remember.
Where's Star Rail? Is Star Rail
released-
even in the
Star
chart?
Rail, it's not on the chart, but Star Rail was
April
released
26.
on 26. How many days before the start of May?
5?
5. In 5 days, it grossed over $40 million.
Really? People bought Sila that much, huh?
$40 million over the course of 5 days just off release.
Yeah.
That,
I mean, okay, Uma Musume still earns... I think Uma Musume is in the
Musume is
100 millions, right?
80, 100 millions like that. But still, in the course of 5 days only, they managed to get that much. It's like, wow.
Okay, obviously, like, not all of that is Sila.
Of course, yeah.
Like, that you've
Some
got your-
people just did it like, some people like me did it just so you could get your 5-star selector in the standard banner.
Yeah.
I'm a crazy person.
Yeah, you're crazy. Well, people might call me a crazy person for skipping Sila, but...
No, but like Jingyan is also really, really good. So like, it's not crazy. I mean, if people thought, oh, you don't have a quantum character, I mean, you have Jingxie.
Jingxie,
I like
who
Jingxie.
is
I still
not
love-
hard to get, guys.
I have Sila and I still level up my Jingxie.
Yeah, Sila is a hunt, and then Jingxie is an erudition, so you've got
yeah.
loads of different stuff.
I still support usage of Jingxie because like,
Mahjong.
honestly, I find her gameplay really fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, I just don't like that she's consumed.
She uses
her
so
skill
much
points.
skill points though. Like, if they ever do think about like buffing previous characters, then that
I
they'll
do
probably
believe she has an
buff her.
ability that the first time she uses the skill is at no cost.
Yes, I think that's Eidolon.
No,
It's or
hidden
it's her
abilities.
passive. It's one of her passive abilities, right?
Yeah, that helps.
That helps a lot, but then I would like it so that she doesn't need to have the extra cost or
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, so before are we at Star Rail now? Is there anything else on side games that you wanna?
No,
mention?
I don't think so. I think we've covered side games in a
let's
pretty
see.
good amount already.
Is there anything in like the speed round? Sorry, and like I'll call you next time we need a speed round for Nikke. We'll start doing that soon where like Andrew gives us stuff for
other games.
for Nikke
Yeah.
because he's playing Nikke.
Yeah.
Which is also like
I'd be happy to do Nikke stuff because like to talk about Nikke stuff because they're
really.
like
We don't
I'm not
play
gonna play.
Nikke.
Yeah, but I'll be happy to do a speed round on it because Nikke, I respect that game a lot because they've created something that's very unique.
Still going too.
It's still going strong and it's very unique and they don't copy a lot of stuff from other games.
If
which I
anything,
find
other
very-
games copy them.
Yes. So I find that very empowering.
Yeah.
You know,
Although
I can-
every now and then you hear the argument. Oh, Nikke is one of those other post-apocalyptic robot shooting.
Yeah, but like how
stuff,
many
like-
games use that setting? There's so many.
Yeah,
Arknights
like,
use that setting.
No, but then
BGR use that
you have
setting.
Nikke is a top-down shooter. What
What do
other?
you mean top-down shooter?
Like
back front shooter.
Oh, sorry, back front shooter. What other gacha game has that gameplay? None. And it is
It's-
as advertised. You can play that game on one hand.
Yeah.
It's like the.
Don't be weird about it.
No,
but
no,
like, you can
how
play the game
convenient
with
that is.
one
Like I could be playing Star Rail
and you could play
and I could have Nikke
the
on
other
at the
side.
same time. Like
And
that's
you could playing
could watch
something on your
anime.
console or watching
Yeah.
anime or something, and you occasionally just move your Star Rail button so you can collect something else.
yeah, it allows for that kind of thing. It's worth it.
It's worth it. It's very much worth it.
But to go on to the speed round, which is only happening in the middle, we already did FGO.
yes.
Blue Archives Halo Kivoto's festival is about the Kivoto's Halo festival is about to end tomorrow, guys.
Oh, that the whole what you call it,
Hibiki.
Hibiki. Yeah.
No, Hibiki was the event prior, but she's there.
But still, the whole everyone's in.
Everyone's there, yeah. For the essentially it's the intrams of it's the inter-school intrams basically.
Everyone's wearing the like cheerleading outfits and sports gear.
Yeah. I love. They know comedy. The Blue Archive writers, they know comedy. Like, the character that you were trying to describe to me, the one that's like suggestive with her.
Hanako. Isn't that
Hanako,
her?
yeah. So they're talking like we promise. They're doing the athlete's oath. Like we, the athletes of blah blah blah, promise to uphold the sportsmanship ideas or whatever. And then she started going on a tangent about sex.
How?
Like we're using our bodies to connect and make friends. we are
She's really sus.
like,
right?
like we are. So we're using our sweaty bodies will collide with each other, all in the name of connections. So in a way, it's like sex.
She's always like that. She doesn't talk like that like all the time. Really
No,
suggestive.
No, she's like that all the time.
Yeah.
But that's why people like her.
Yeah, I like her also. It's funny.
Yeah. Of course, I assume like one of your favorites is Karen, aka
no,
Thorns.
it's not my favorite. It's just not my favorite. It's not my favorite. It's just like I find it funny that she literally
She's
looks
Thorns,
like
yeah.
Thorns. Yeah, she's
Down to
literally female Thorns.
Yeah, down to like like you've seen the bunny outfit version of her, right? So you've seen bunny outfit Thorns.
Yes, it's weird. Yeah, my favorite will still always be Saori though.
Oh yeah. She robs the crap she goes through, like on Valentine's Day to give you chocolate, right? Like,
I just want to give her a hug. It's like she deserves a hug or something.
Yeah.
Like, gosh. She's been through
let's
so
see.
much.
What's going on in Arknights?
Oh, Arknights. They just released Chapter 11, Return to Mist. I'm not playing it because I haven't gotten that far in the story. I still haven't beat Patriot. Because I can't.
You just don't bother.
I just don't bother. One of this soon, like maybe this summer I'll do Arknight's story. Maybe as
make more content.
Yeah, I do Arknight's story from somebody who's played the game for longer than the stories come out already. But aside from that,
well, we got like some news recently as well, didn't we? Get what was her name? The 6-star Silence.
Yeah, Silence the
Silence.
The thing. I don't know what the hell title they gave her. It just didn't
just
sound
Silence,
good.
like 6-star Silence.
She's a supporter that also acts like a healer but can also do a bit of damage. So I think she was an abjurer.
What is that?
I'm not sure how to explain what an abjurer is, but yeah, she's an abjurer. She's an altar. Yes, that's about it. For operators released in NA right now, we have Stainless. The Stainless is the what you call it. He's a so he's also I think he's a specialist, but he's a drone specialist.
What about that?
So he puts down like a metal box, and then if friendly operators hit the box, they get SP.
Oh, cool.
So he's a very interesting operator, but like I don't want him because like that's a weird thing that I don't.
What about
really
that Erica Lindbeck voiced operator?
Oh, Ines.
Yeah.
Ines. So Ines is released in JP for a while now, I think already.
How is she?
Oh, she's very good. Like, well, she's the 6-star Agent Vanguard. Agent Vanguards are basically vanguards that they're like fast redeploys.
Ah.
So you put them down, they'll attack really quickly, and what you call it, they'll give you DP per attack. But aside from that, they don't really give anything else aside from that. But I still like Ines because her implications in the story was very cool. She was declared killed in action.
But she's still alive.
But she's still alive, so she faked her own death, which is really cool. It's just like...
Is it she faked her own death?
She faked her death, yeah.
Or she survived when everyone thought she died?
I don't know. Either way, it's like people thought she was dead. So I was thinking about it, it's like, damn, that's cool. She's cool.
It's also useful, like it being dead like in the in Captain Rex's terms for Star Wars, being dead has its advantages,
Yeah. What you call it? That's what she said.
Nobody's gonna look for her because everyone thinks she's dead.
Yeah, that's what she said nga, that like let's keep my operations on the down low.
Yeah.
My killed in action status will be very useful for our
cause,
our cause or things.
Alright. Let's see. Arknights, Blue Archive, Princess Connect. Damn it. Damn it! Princess Connect. I still miss it, but anyway. Have we gotten everything? Is there anything in the world of anime that we might be interested in talking about? Let's see. How's Oshinoko doing after the first few episodes? Like, I heard Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood beat it again. Like,
I said that's what everyone's
every
thought.
top-rated anime gets beat.
Every time the Full Metal fans see that their Full Metal gets like
destroyed,
overruled,
they put it back. Yeah,
they like rating bomb it or something.
I mean, is it even... I've never seen it, honestly. Like, I've never watched the entire Full Metal Alchemist. Like, is it even that good?
Apparently, it's really good, but like,
Would you put it as a shonen? Because it wasn't that long.
it's kind of a shonen.
It wasn't that long, like, at
It's
all.
not that long, but it has a lot of versions of the same thing. So it kind of reminds me of like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Stuff
Oh, yeah,
like
but
that.
those had thousands of episodes. I think Full Metal Alchemist only had like a couple hundred, I think, at most.
Yeah, but still, you know, I still feel like, I think based on what I've heard about it, yeah, it deserves its spot. But, you know, still.
Oh, well, alright.
Each his own.
So, yeah, it's like Oshinoko's kind of... Seems like it's kind of there. It's still there, but kind of on the down low now.
Because, like, you know, their releases haven't been as fast. You know,
Yeah.
for the show.
One that is, like, taking over is, like, My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999.
Yeah.
I love that.
I haven't seen much about it.
It's good.
Maybe because I've been busy lately,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen much about it. Is it nice? It's nice?
I like the premise in the first episode. The first episode is like he's a Chad technically. He kind of is a
Is
Chad.
it Giga Chad?
I wouldn't say Giga, but he's kind of a Chad.
He's kind of a Chad, so he's semi-Chad.
Yeah, you know, like after like the first episode ends with the girl like in his bed and he's just like he's playing a
playing video
game
games.
online. He's like, okay, move to the left side, move to the right, activate your spell.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Oh, good, you're awake.
Hi.
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 It's fun. It's cool. But apart from that, what? Yeah, like I don't know. After Oshinoko, like a lot of other animes are under the radar. Like I still think like Dead Mount Death plays good.
Dead Mount Death
The
Play.
Narita work.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff about that actually.
It's funnier.
Dead Mouth Dead Play.
It's funnier than people like. It's both weird. The comedy placement is weird, but also it works. In a way, if that makes any sense.
Well, yeah, I think that's the point of a lot of his works, you know.
Yeah. All right.
It's just a lot of it, just like what?
All right. You know, I think now is a good time we can finally get into Honkai Star Rail, unless there's like a last minute other gacha thing that you just thought of. Anything?
No, I'm pretty sure we're
All right.
very focused at Star Rail stuff right
Yeah,
now.
we're literally playing the game as we speak. So
Yeah, I told you to use abundance, right? Now you've cleared
Okay,
it. You
so-
see, I told
So
you.
for those of you who don't know, as we were recording the episode, I was doing World 5 of excuse me, Simulated Universe. I'm at World 6 now. Like I just got Path of Abundance now, so
Yeah,
that's why it works.
I told
It's
you
good,
abundance
man.
is freaking broken. Like that's how I cleared 7 or the
Well,
World 6 also.
Well, I
is
would say,
abundance.
this is the Cocolio one that people hate this
Yes,
fight,
I
right?
used abundance for that also.
Yeah, I probably will too.
Abundance is really, really good. It's really broken, especially since you have Jeopard. It's really broken that you have abundance. So anytime they do get through the shield, you just heal it back.
You just heal it back, right? Just Jeopard it.
It's just you know, like bring Jeopard.
Oh,
100%
yeah,
bring
like-
Jeopard.
Oh, okay. So,
And bring someone from the hunt also.
oh crap.
'Cause
So I only have freaking Dan Hong or Sushang.
bring Sushang, Danhong.
I'll just do that later, like when I actually get to her. Let's see how far I get. But anyway, okay. So let's start with okay, the game just came out. So first things first. So when the game came out,
Oh yes.
We
When
were-
we were really excited. I was most excited because they originally said they were gonna release it. Oh, we're gonna release it at 10 p.m. They released it at like 8, and I was like, what the heck? And so like I gotta
maybe they just meant 8 p.m.
I
like
got a
US
Discord.
time.
No, it was originally supposed to be 10. Yeah.
Why'd they go earlier?
I don't know. Maybe everything was ready already, and they didn't say anything about it. It's like, okay, here, have it. We were excited for you to play, so here, have it.
It's
So
cool.
I was so surprised that it came out. Like, cause I got a Discord ping from my
It's out. Like it's live.
from my one of my Star Rail Discords. The guys who usually give me my
the
news.
information.
Some of them are there, and then some of them I get from Twitter and stuff.
It's
but
like they were dropping. It's live. Like it's out.
like, so they said like, oh, unexpected ping for everyone.
It's out.
It dropped right now, and I was like,
What?
what? So I opened my computer and I was like, oh my god, it's actually working. I was so like, oh, my time has come, you know, like this is the moment I've been waiting for, you
2
know.
years.
2 years, and I can finally start making my Star Rail journey stuff.
Yes.
And it won't disappear.
Yes. So Ryan had like a 3-hour actually head start from me. So I was in the middle of
'cause
something.
I was also in the middle of something. I just wasn't listening.
Yeah, but
I had like a seminar that I was supposed to watch, but my friends were making notes on it, so I just didn't listen. I just went there so I could.
So here's the thing now. When we got to our first 5 stars,
Yeah.
because I could hear Ryan from across the room talking to his friends about who he wanted, and the last one he wanted was Clara, and he got Clara.
Yeah, I got Clara, and I was really disappointed.
You were almost about to reroll. I could hear that you were willing to do it.
I was almost really willing.
But then you got Welt.
Okay. I got Welt because I started rolling on standard. Because I started rolling on standard because I want my Bronya selector now.
Okay.
Like now.
And
I want it now.
okay. And the other thing too is prior to us learning more, prior to the game continuing, we thought Clara was one of the worst characters to get.
Yeah, and now
it's Yanqing.
Yanqing is probably the worst. Now, okay. I bet everyone's who's listening is like,
Who is a
what do you
Yanqing?
mean Yanqing is bad? Yanqing is good. Everyone in this game is good. But
Yes.
Yanqing is just, among the 5 stars you could get, he's probably the worst because he's replaceable.
By
Dan Hong.
like
Dan Hong is literally just as good, and like he can out damage Yanqing very easily. And like unless Yanqing has Eidolons, no, it's not happening. Like he can't out damage Dan Hong.
yeah, but
That's the sad part. Well, you can't out damage Dan Hong in your 5 star, eh?
Well, I mean, like I'm sure there are people that built their Yanqings to be that strong already. It's possible.
Yes, of course you're gonna build him to be strong, but then like there's still that lingering thought that okay, your entire gimmick is based on 2 things: having a 50-50 chance to get your crit damage boost on your ult, right?
Yeah.
It's either the ult or is passive, and not being hit in a game where there's 90% of everyone
Is
in
getting
the
hit,
fights.
yeah.
They have AoE to some extent.
Well, you have characters like Jeopard who taunts kind of, but like him and like the Trailblazer.
Yes,
they
but
taunt.
like Trailblazer taunt, what happens when they do a Fat Man drop? Like, have you fought the fat robots, guys?
Oh, yeah, all the
Fat
time,
Man
yeah.
drop just hits everyone, even if you taunt them.
That's
And
fair.
the thing deactivates as long as they get hit. It doesn't matter if Yanqing has a shield. It just deactivates. Like, what?
All right.
Right? Like, among the 5 stars, you don't need Yanqing. You really don't. Like, Dan Hong and Su Shang are more than enough strong hunt characters for you to
And
work
people
through
who
the
rolled
game.
for Scylla.
Yes. Like, why would you use Yanqing if Scylla exists? Right?
Yeah, if you have her. If you don't have her.
Everyone's
then-
like, oh, I think Yanqing is better than Scylla. You're wrong. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. You're actually wrong because people have done.
I don't think anyone says that though.
There are people who say like, oh, I
Really?
like these people. Some people are like, I'd rather use Yanqing than Scylla. You are wrong.
Well, I can see people who have Yanqing skipping Scylla. Maybe for Jingyan.
Like, if you're skipping for Jingyan, okay, that's fine. Because Jingyan is ridiculously broken as an AoE character. Ridiculous. Like, his stats are not that good, but his raw numbers carry him above and beyond.
Doesn't he outdamage Yanqing sometimes?
Yes, there are situations where he just straight up outdamages him.
Like the Lightning Lord deals a lot of damage.
It does.
Guys, it deals a lot of damage.
It does.
You have to understand.
It very
like,
much does, yes.
it is literally Yugi calling down Obelisk and Torment.
Yeah,
or
Fist of Fate,
that's
stuff
literally
like
it. Yeah, like...
I'm
but-
telling you.
Okay, but going back, so Clara, like,
Clara
you've
is...
turned around kind of on her.
I've turned
and-
around on Clara because like after having some good experience using her as my first 5 star, she's actually very good, like her counters, if they actually hit, they actually deal a lot of damage. They have very strong scaling.
Well, I imagine, Svarog and all that.
Mhm.
And again, and also like I like to say that wealth is the reason you didn't reroll on your account.
Yeah, because like if
It'd be
anyone,
crazy, like-
if anyone stood by me through all of my Star Rail stuff,
It's
been
Wealth.
Wealth. Like Wealth has always been my guy. You know, that's why he's my support
Mr.
character.
Yang, you know.
Yeah, like this man's been, you know, helping me since the beta, right?
Yeah,
And
Mr.
he's back,
Yang.
and he came back, so I was like, all right, I can work with this now.
Yeah,
Right?
because like he's
Wealth is here.
a
I
very
can work with him.
valuable character.
He's the only Imaginary until next update.
until Watcher. Well, no. We're getting what's her face? Yukong.
But
Yeah.
Yukong is still on gacha.
The Watcher banner.
You still need to gacha for Yukong, right?
Well, I imagine 4 stars they will have do the event and you can like what Genshin does. Like
do
you
the
can
event and you
invite
get
this
them.
character.
I don't.
like-
There's no character invite yet, as far as I know, in
There
terms
will
of
be.
the
I'm
events.
sure there will
Because
be.
I have event information, which I'll talk about later. Let me go use the toilet.
But yeah. So to continue the story, guys. So Ryan got Clara, and he was gonna like I said, he was gonna reroll until he got wealth, and he was like, okay, I'll work with this, which is good because I think it's agreed upon that of all the 5 stars to get in the starting banner, wealth is arguably the best one to get. He's an exclusive element until now. Actually, even now, at this point in the game, he's still like the only imaginary character. Clara has her uses. She's a destruction, so she's not exactly a tank, but the counter damage is good. In the meantime, it took me a whole day to get to my selector, and when I did, we remember, folks, we kind of had a jinx go on.
Yeah.
Where I remember in like a few episodes ago, I think our last Star Rail episode, I said to Ryan, like, can you imagine if I get Bronya and you don't?
Yeah,
And I did.
That's what happened. His first 5 stars Bronya, and
It was Bronya.
I was really like.
You're mad at me
I
for
was
me.
really mad. Like what? I got jinxed like that, and it hurt. And my friend also got that. Like he wanted Clara, he got Bronya. I
And you
wanted
wanted Bronya,
Bronya,
you
I
got
got
Clara.
Clara. Right? I was like, what the hell?
Life works in mysterious ways. But anyway, like, so for a while I had Bronya, but thankfully, on my road to 300 to the selector, Jeopard showed up. Like,
Yeah,
Jeopard, the guy
you
I wanted.
wanted Jeopard anyway, so like.
Yeah, so okay, so with this story, like, now that the game is out already, who are the characters like to get in the standard? Obviously, like Yenching's in the bottom.
No, characters to get in the standard. Everyone but Yenching. That's
exactly.
my
No,
answer.
what I mean is like Yenching's in the bottom, right?
Yeah. No, everyone's on the same tier up there.
I don't know.
Except for Wealth. That's it.
Himiko's like above, or Wealth is like above all of them.
Wealth is probably the best one you can get at the start. And then everyone there, good to have. And then the bottom is just Yenching.
I mean, like, okay, Jeopard, I understand, like, obviously, like, best tank in the game so far.
If you have Jeopard, you don't need to think about your health anymore. Don't bring a healer.
No, you still bring Natasha, like, guarantees.
Sometimes you just don't need one. But Jeopard is just that good.
Yeah, like, but you're like, okay, here's the thing, like, let's address people who, okay, Himiko will be power crept already. Is Himiko being power crept already?
What do you mean?
Jingyan's next.
Okay. But technically, yes. Well, yes, technically, but
He
like,
does
okay.
way more damage
He
than
does.
her.
He does more damage, yes. But Himiko will still be, what you call it, faster. Okay. What I mean by that is
Faster.
that like, Himiko is faster in farming because of her passive. Jingyan will take longer because you need to stack his passive for Lightning Lord to attack.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a bit more difficult to do that, right?
Yes.
So
maybe.
in terms of farming, Himiko's still good. In terms of everything else, Jingyan is so much better.
Yeah.
In terms of just damage everywhere, Jingyan.
Yeah. I'm now curious, like, because, like, I'm debating, like, okay, if I don't get, because I am planning out, like, if I don't get wealth, I'll get wealth. If I get wealth before 300, I'll probably get Himiko.
Yeah.
Like, all that. But, okay, so that's the story, plus, like, our summoning stuff out of the way. So, let's talk about the game. Where is it? Like, you played the beta, but now the actual game itself is here.
Yes.
What did they change? Did they change anything?
I mean, they've changed some.
Obviously, like, they changed, like, Bronya, they changed Wealth and Himiko's stuff.
Okay, for some of the stuff they've added, like, more convenient stuff, like, there's a selector for this, or there's like an UI for that. Of course, they've added stuff like that.
Anything major?
Not exactly. It's more of it made things look cleaner because now there's like a transition, or there's a scene or something like that, or there's a special box that pops up for the curios and stuff.
Okay.
And then for some characters, of course, I think people know about how they changed Bronya a bit and how they.
It doesn't really matter though. Like, honestly, like,
I like the change because it keeps her from being like extremely out of hand broken. Right? Because ulting yourself,
honestly,
like
didn't
using your
do
skill.
Anything,
it did because it made it a bit unhealthy. Because she could just use her skill on herself, get a turn.
Then you just go
and then
somebody
you
else.
just auto attack, and then you could set it up in a way where you just use one comp and it will take care of everything. And we didn't want that kind of thing. That's not fun, right? For general gameplay. So I mean, I think that change was pretty cool. That was a good analysis of how to make something balanced and still very, very good.
All right. So has it exceeded expectations?
Well, for me, yes. I am very happy with how Star Rail turned out.
Me
I'm
too.
very, very proud of all the development team for doing it like this. So far they've shown themselves to be generous enough to know when to give us free stuff.
Yeah.
They gave us even a little bit of incentive to do the daily login thing, which is a bit funny.
Yeah.
Like, get 100 Stellar Jades for the first 3 days that you log in on the check-in thing on the website. So, like, I was like, okay, sure. I mean, that's kind of good incentive to make us do that, even though, people still don't really want to do it. But, yeah, I mean, they've shown themselves to be very generous. The whole concert thing, and they gave us 10 special passes. So, very good. Thank you. Special passes. That meant a lot. I have spent money on this game already.
Yeah. I'm still full
I've
FTP.
bought gacha money already to get to my 300 selector.
Yeah.
So I bought like around 100 pulls to get to my selector, because the rest of the 200 I got from playing the game itself. I did select Bronya, so I have Bronya now. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about.
And then on the way there, I got three 5-star light cones. Yenching's light cone, Bailu's light cone, and Bronya's light cone, which is
Good.
the pull right before my selector for Bronya. So I was like,
It was
it's destiny.
Yeah, it's destiny.
You know?
Wow.
And I did get Bailu also on my way there. So
That's
I
good.
did
You
get a
have
5-star
another,
character.
like, sort of premier
Healer,
yeah.
yes. But then when I think about it, I was like, I'd rather have Locha.
Well, he's gonna come out.
Locha is gonna be extremely good.
So
But I'm not gonna count out Bailu yet.
yeah, she has her uses, I'm sure.
She has her uses. Yeah, she's better for characters who are more willing to lose health. So that's gonna be my Blade, I guess.
Yeah, plus
Because depending on how Yukong turns out for next update, I am going to still have to.
yeah, let's
analyze.
get to that. So Bellabog, the Luofu, like, what I like about this game, aside from everything with the gameplay, is that it rewards you for exploring. Genshin is a full-on open world.
Exploration.
So exploration's its thing, but like
that's just part of
with
it.
Star Rail, the worlds are still limited, but you still get rewarded for like exploring, talking to people. They give you these quests.
And there's a lot of unique stuff in Star Rail too.
I will say though, I've found certain things hassle already, like
in which?
looking for like the Strails, the Hertarium, like.
Well, that's just because they're encouraging you to like, you should play more of the game, talk to more people,
Yeah.
do side quests and stuff like that. I think that's just part of the experience.
And they've had they really upped the memes in this one, which is good.
I like that they up the memes. The memes are funny. I like that they have so many pop culture references, anime references.
Astrically, Fate Stranger Fake.
It does. It's
I
really
found the
funny.
Lord of the Rings one already.
There was a Lord of the Rings
Yes.
one?
Okay. You know the mission where you have to find the Psycrane? Didn't I tell you
The
about the depressed
Psycrane.
Psycrane? One of them.
There's 2 routes for that apparently.
Oh.
So it's either you incite rebellion amongst the Psycranes, or you convince him to go back to work.
That's what I do. Like, I brought them back to Churchiao. I didn't know that.
I don't know, where is Churchiao? I can't find him.
Her.
Her.
Churchiao. Okay. Cloudford.
Yeah. Oh, she's in Cloudford.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking
No,
in
no. Sorry. What was it? The Exalted
Sanctum.
Okay, the Exalted Sanctum. What's the one before that? Where Jingyan's office is.
Ah, there. Yeah. I know.
Okay.
Is she in there?
There's this long road in the middle.
Okay.
You walk through and then I can't show you now because I'm in the middle of World 6, but
Yeah.
essentially there's this long area in between, and that's where she's there, like with these boxes of the crates.
Boxes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go check that later.
Yeah, she's there. I'll show you.
Because I
can show
for
you.
the life of me, I couldn't find it.
You couldn't find her?
Yeah, like I forgot because I was in the middle of the other quest,
Really?
the Foxian Beauty quest.
Oh, you did
I
that.
was in the middle
You're
of
doing
that.
that already?
So I finished it now.
Did you expose him?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is the other thing I love about Star Rail. Like, we actually have the writing is so good that we are invested in these stories. These philosophical moral dilemmas, right?
Yeah. Like I actually, when I got to that question, like, do we expose him? I actually sat down and thought for a while. It's like,
would I want this to happen?
is this what question of morals is this? Right? I was so conflicted. So I sat down for like a solid 5 minutes thinking like, this guy's helped people, yes, but he's also taken money from people, yes, but he's also helped like some people even not end their lives. And I was like, okay, wow, he's actually done a lot of good things, but at the end of the day, he's still doing something illegal. He's technically still doing like the whole fraud thing, right? And when I thought about it, I was like, I can't sit down and just let him do that, right? Even though like, he means well, yes, but at the end of the day, it's still a crime. So I was thinking, like, it's not my place to say whether or not it's a good thing to do. So I still reported him. You should turn yourself in.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not fair to the people. Like,
You
you shouldn't be a
basically scam them,
substitute for like the friends and family they have. Like, yes, you're the one who informed them, but you shouldn't be a substitute for friends and family being there for a person who feels depressed or something, right? And
Yeah.
you can't. And he has, and like when I thought about it, it's like he admitted, oh yes, I have scammed some people, but it was all for good intentions.
It's still a scam.
Yet in the time you were talking to him in the messenger, right, in the app in your phone, he deliberately tried to get you to buy something off him, right?
Yeah.
That didn't feel honest to me.
Yeah, it's still a scam.
It's still a scam. So I was like, I have to report him, right?
Yeah. Here, like there are other moral dilemmas too, like with Pascal.
Pascal, the robot Pascal, like, did you choose to upload him to the network, or did you choose him to keep him alive? Like, I chose to keep him alive. You choose to put him in the network.
No, I didn't.
You did? Oh, you...
I kept him alive.
Oh, you kept him alive too.
Okay.
I wanted
And
to
then,
see, like... Because,
let's
like,
see,
I
stuff
thought
with-
about it.
Stuff with Sheila and the robots.
Yeah,
Rocky. Capote.
Yes. Capote,
Like,
Rocky.
how many Genshin NPCs can you remember by name? Besides Timmy. Maybe Uncle Tien because of Genius Invitation.
Catherine, Sarah.
No, Catherine doesn't count.
Sarah.
Okay, that's one. Like, Uncle Tien, Sarah. Catherine doesn't count.
Lan from...
Lan. Huh? Right?
I don't know. They just weren't impactful.
They weren't
right?
impactful enough. Okay, maybe people like maybe Kazari
Kazari
for
yeah.
Inazuma.
Kazari, yeah.
Like, the writing of Star Rail was better in the sense that we care. It makes you question what would you do if you were actually the trailblazer in that moment.
Right? What would you decide?
What would you decide? Like, and then I don't know if it actually matters in the game later on. I would like it to, but
I don't know. I don't think it matters too much.
no. But like, for example, like with Rocky's gone from the ship. He's gone from the station, for example.
Yeah.
The Rocky's not there anymore, and then the other one's Rocky's there. You know, that whole thing.
Yeah, different situations, different experiences, right?
And different achievements.
Different achievements, yes, that's another thing. You get different achievements for choosing certain outcomes.
Yeah, which is cool.
Right?
But, and okay, I will say, like, my own I have an issue with the writing, but not too much.
What do you mean?
I think they focused more on the stories of the worlds themselves
Yeah.
versus the actual entire story. Like, for example, again, like I've told you and I told Carlo this in his episode. With Genshin, it's pretty clear.
Like,
Lumine's gone. We need to rescue her.
there's an
And we
overarching
need to stop.
plot, right?
We need to stop the Fatui. That's pretty clear to me.
Yeah. Oh, but there's no clear direction for this, right?
It's. I realize that the question is the story.
That is
The question,
story.
what's going on,
what
is the story.
Yeah, that is the story. What is the point of my existence?
Yeah, what's
Right?
going on? Like,
Why are things turning out this way?
this way? Like,
Who are these people? What is going on? What is this journey that I must go through, right?
yeah, you know.
And
Speaking of, I love that there's a bad ending. This
that's
game.
so stupid. Like, that's actually like, wow, alright. I mean, that was smart of them to add that. I don't think that was in the beta.
it's
It's smart
for
of
those
them
of you who
to
don't
add,
know,
like,
guys, you can actually not go on the
Astral Express.
Astral Express.
It's kind of stupid, but yeah, you can. It's funny, but you know.
It's pretty, yeah, like, there's a, yeah. I love that idea. But going back, like, they focused more, okay, the Bellabog story was great.
I really
I liked it. Obviously, all you know, you can say Bronya was the main character.
Yeah.
Pretty clear it was her.
Mm-hmm.
The Xianzhen Luofu story is not done.
Not done.
It's very long, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's not done. I have no doubt it'll be good, but
Xianzhou.
Xianzhou, sorry,
Xianzhen.
Xianzhou Luofu.
Fu.
Yeah. Okay. Like, you know, they focus. It's like, okay, the stories of like Lie, Mondstadt, they were written okay, but then
Yeah.
they contribute to the main thing. Like the main thing
theme,
is
right?
the main theme. The
They're
main theme is-
circled around the main theme.
yeah, Lie yeah.
Of
Later
like,
on, it was
oh,
only later on that
yeah.
you focused on the countries themselves, except Mondstadt. We still haven't gotten a second story for that. But
Yeah.
you know, Inazuma's is still, you know, it's still tied in.
Still tied
This
in.
one, it's more on the world itself. And I
Yeah.
would just like to see a more clear direction later on, which I think they kind of did
They
with
did
the
explain it.
Myriad Celestia trailer.
Yes, and Kafka already said that your journey will end with you facing Nanook.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You will face Nanook the Destruction. And it's pretty clear that he's the only real, like,
Bad
hostile
guy.
entity to everyone.
And yet your first path was destruction.
But yes, I think that's the point, right? Where you began is where you will end.
Yeah, it's
Right.
pretty interesting.
You know, there's an achievement if you go to where
Yes.
the journey started.
Yeah. I went there. I did that. Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then, you know, there's also the question: who are you really? How does Kafka know you ahead of time?
and
Like, why is there a Stellaron in your body?
How would you remember Kafka?
Are you
Did
even a real person?
Did you have a life beforehand?
Yeah. Are you even a real person?
Oh,
Because like, she kind of uploaded you.
yeah, it's
onto the
weird.
ship. Are you
You're,
even
you're
a-
a receptacle.
Yeah. Are you
But
even
what
a
does
real?
that mean?
Yeah. Are you a real person or not?
Yeah. What is the future that Elio has foreseen?
Yeah. Who even is Elio? Like that.
Yeah.
There are questions, and then I think they will be answered. It's just that I expect them to be, but you know, I would just like to see some sort of clarity later on. Maybe after Luofu, they'll make it clearer what.
Maybe.
Maybe I hope they do. But what else have we in mind for Star Rail? Like, okay, so we talked about the story. Okay. How would you say you're enjoying it so far? Like, I love.
Oh, I wouldn't trade the experience.
You want to trade the
Definitely.
experience?
This is fantastic. Like I've loved every moment of every time I open the game.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I just want to open the game because like I have nothing to do in the game. Like
yeah.
there's literally nothing I can do, but I just want to open it and do something. It's sometimes I just went to Simulated Universe, even though I have all the rewards for the week. I just play Simulated Universe.
Yeah, you know.
I just have so much fun, like, you know.
I'm just
looking at
worried
this.
that I've mentioned this to you before. Like, I'm worried that in the long run, the level of attention to detail that they have here is gonna slowly go away because they're on a timetable now.
Yeah,
I have faith that this team will do a lot better at it, but I think, you know, it's gonna degrade.
Like, honestly, I don't think that will be the case because they have a lot less to focus on. Because the Genshin team has always their hands full because every time they release a new area, they have to
make lore for it.
They have to make lore for it. They have to.
Well, like
They have
they're
to
gonna
mo-
have to
they
do.
have to
They're gonna have
model
to do that
everything.
with Star Rail too. I think like with like the other. Here's the other half of the Luofu. Here's the rest of the giant ship that the Luofu is part of.
Yeah,
You know.
and they have to model everything. They have to get all the assets. They have to design new enemies, design new characters,
Yeah.
see how they interact with the area and whatever. Like, there's a lot of stuff they have to design. But with Star Rail, they just need to design like one enemy. How will it act? What are its attacks?
What
What
are
are
its
the
weaknesses?
animations? That's it. And then after that, we're done with that. Okay, let's just put it in one spot and then leave it there. And then when a
Here's the other
person
thing
fights
too. It
it,
seems
they
like the
fight it.
stories are kinda the next places to go are kinda mysteries even to us. Like we already know
We don't know what
Natlan.
planets. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
like Genshin we know Natlan, we know
Well, the only hint we have to knowing like what are we doing next in terms
is
of
that trailer, right? The Myriad Celestia.
the Myriad Celestia trailer, yeah. And technically, if we're trying to explain that, it would mean that every area we go to will be one will foster one path of each Aeon,
Yeah.
right?
Which reminds me also, who do you think the Black Swan is? Who do you think that is?
I don't know. There are a lot of factions in the game, so it's a possibility she's
Because there are more paths, guys.
Yeah.
There actually are a lot more.
yeah, there are a lot more paths. She could be following maybe the path of what you call it of remembrance, maybe,
Perhaps. A
or
fully-
or the path of voracity, maybe. I'm not sure.
It could be
depends.
either. It could be interesting
Yeah.
where it could go, you know.
There's a lot of mystery with that girl. Though a lot of people think she's pretty, and I have to agree, she's really
Oh,
pretty.
yeah. But okay, we're at this point now. Like you and I, we've finished the story so far of Star Rail.
Yes.
I like the Billabong story a lot.
Yes.
It's very,
Much
you know,
enjoyed
it's simple. Like it's pretty obvious where it was gonna go. Minus the whole how it ends, which we won't talk spoilers if you don't want us to, guys. Like let's just avoid spoilers.
We
But
can just avoid spoilers for now. We
But
don't need to talk spoilers.
this Luofu, so far it's good.
Yes.
I don't know how it's gonna end though.
That's the end. I think that's what makes it great. The less we know about how things are gonna go, the better, the more we can enjoy the game, right?
And okay, here's my other question. Like looking towards like the future of the game now.
Right.
Have they advertised the new characters well? Luocha, Fuxian, Yukong,
I think so.
Jing Yen. Actually, although
I think so. They've managed to advertise the characters really well.
yeah.
Like-
And then this is where your information can come in. Do tell us who to watch out for, because you mentioned Yukong.
Yeah. So next update, based on my sources, they're very reliable sources. But next update, we will obviously get 2 5-stars as our new characters. So that will be Silver Wolf and that will be Luocha. So
Yeah.
Silver Wolf, everyone's playtested her already at the start of the game, and Luocha, you've probably experienced his gameplay one way or another.
in the Danhong story,
In the
right?
Danhong story, yeah. But both of them will be gacha-able next update. Luocha will be first because what you call it? He'll be first. Yeah, he'll just be first. But he's a healer, abundance. He's abundance.
Abundance.
Yes, abundance, and he's imaginary. So one of the most hard to find elements in the game, abundance, will become
Abundance element?
Or well, no, sorry.
Path.
Sorry, path. That's the word I'm looking for. One of the hardest to find paths in what? No, I said path again. What the heck? No, one of the hardest to find elements. That's the word. Elements in the game will be now available to us in the form of Luocha and Yukong. So Yukong, if you remember her from the story recently, she was that Foxian woman who's really snarky.
Oh wow, you were like, quick thing, you were right. Abundance is so broken.
Abundance is really broken, right? Like you just don't
My
take
God,
damage, right?
she shows up in the action order.
Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay.
So you don't need to press the button. You just
She'll just do
it
it.
will heal. Yeah, it will just happen.
And I have Jeopard too, so
Yeah, and then you get the one that also clears all debuffs.
yeah, I'm planning to get that. But okay, we're going back. So let's talk about the characters.
Yeah. So
Oh my
Luocha.
God.
What? Oh. See
She's
that?
dead.
That's the problem.
How did she die?
Serval's health is really low.
You had Jeopard's shield.
Yes, but
How did you die?
he got single targeted to that. Okay.
I think this will take a while, but I think I'll win.
I think
Anyway,
you should run a Nihility person, but you don't have a Nihility person.
I don't have anyone.
Yeah, like that. You should run
Like
more than one DPS in that team.
Pelageyevna,
Sir Pelagea.
Pelageya Sergeyevna. Damn it! Like, I thought there was a bonus that revives.
You can revive there if you manage to reach a
All three of the
respite point.
resonance.
No, if you manage to get a respite.
No.
point,
I thought like the abundance thing actually revives the character, one time.
one time or yes, but that's if they're still alive, and they die when you have the blessing. They won't just come back now because they're already dead. If you manage to reach a respite area, then you will
Should
have
be
a
fine.
chance to you can bring her back by spending your cosmic fragments.
But anyway. So let's talk. Okay, let's talk about Yukong first though, because like you were talking about Yukong. She was the most like under the radar one. Like we heard about Fuxian, we heard about
Yeah.
Jingyan, we heard about Luocha,
yeah,
Silverwolf Blade.
Kafka. Yes, so
Yukong.
Yukong is
And why is it imperative
she's very
to get
good.
her?
She's very good because she's harmony and her buffs are very powerful. Now, most of these numbers will be subject to change, so
Yeah,
I
as
doubt
always.
that they'll keep it because it would make her ridiculously broken and more powerful than Bronya, which would be
Really?
if they kept those numbers, and that would just be ridiculous.
Well,
Like,
if it was pre nerf Bronya, maybe not.
well, no, that's not the whole concept of the pre-nerf Bronya was not she herself was broken. No, it was her ability to make others broken in an unnatural way.
Alright.
Yeah, but so for Yukong though, Yukong has this whole she has a stacking system with her skill. So her skill gives her 2 stacks of her like unique buff, right? Her like quiver stacks because she uses a bow.
Okay.
She has like 2 quiver stacks, and as long as those stacks are active, all allies will gain like 75% attack.
Oh,
And that's
is
a
that right?
big amount. That's a big amount. 75% is really big. So most likely that will probably get reduced to
50,
at best 50, at worst
25.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that will definitely get reduced.
Okay.
And every time somebody on your team has a turn, she will lose 1 stack. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the limitation there.
That's fair.
Her ultimate is single target imaginary damage, but when she uses her ultimate while there are stacks, she will give everyone on the party 27 crit rate and 62 attack crit damage.
Okay.
And that is
okay.
really big. Like you can't just give people crit rate and crit damage. That's really, really powerful. Right?
Where does she stack compared to Ting Yun, who everyone is
Like-
dubbing the Bennett of Star Rail?
Ting Yun, like, okay, I don't think Ting Yun is the Bennett of Star Rail. Ting Yun is very powerful, yes, but I think Bronya is the Bennett of Star Rail. But
If you're
like,
being honest.
if
yeah.
I'm being honest, but what you call it? I think Yukong will be extremely powerful because like the fact that they can give she can give crit related stats to her allies is fantastic. And she's imaginary and she's fast. Her base speed is 104. That's really
Already?
fast. Yes, her base speed at like max level is 104. That's faster
okay.
than Bronya.
Oh, wow.
Right? She's faster than Bronya. And
Yeah.
she has a passive where she has like a special basic attack every 2 turns. So like or like when you get into the game, she has her special basic attack. When
Yeah.
you basic attack with her, it will deal extra toughness damage, imaginary toughness damage to an opponent. So it will deal extra damage to their toughness, allowing you to break things easier, right?
Yeah.
And for her to be harmony and that fast is really, really good also, right? Because you want your buffer to always be, active,
Very fast, yeah.
fast, quick on the draw type thing.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. So she's gonna be really good. But most of these numbers are subject to change.
That, I mean, even if they are, that sounds like a really good...
It's still a really good character.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, it's still like a fantastic character that definitely worth getting. Like, maybe spend like a 10 pull just to get your 4-star on that banner, just so you have an imaginary character.
Well, my rule with this, especially after Genshin, is they will show up eventually whenever you roll on the standard or whenever you just roll in general.
Yeah, but
So
I'd recommend getting her already, because in terms of imaginary, we don't get a lot until
Yeah, like, I mean, she comes with Luocha.
she comes with
Which
Luocha,
is
and
the
if you
other
do
thing.
get Luocha is an extremely powerful character.
Yes.
Also. But
in fact, let's put him... are you done with
Yukong? Yeah, that's pretty
So let's
much
talk
Yukong.
about Luocha next.
Luocha,
5-star
5-star abundance healer.
The
very
only other 5-star
yes,
imaginary.
and he's probably the best healer in the game. So first, like his skill gives him like bloom stacks or something. I think he can heal somebody with it, and he has like a stacking effect where when your stacks become full, you'll immediately heal somebody with the lowest amount of HP and clear their debuffs, I think. And his ultimate also applies like a mark of healing thing to your allies, I think. So when you attack, you'll heal. And it also removes 1 buff from all your opponents. So seeing how useful that would be in the Luofu, think about it. Like all the revive, because you can stop opponents from reviving
Mara
if
struck?
Yeah, Mara struck, because the revive thing is considered a buff. You can remove that.
Oh,
And they'll just die
die
immediately. Yes.
Oh, cool. I
So
didn't
that's
know
why,
that.
like, my friend, he uses Pella a lot in the Luofu, because Pella just removes a buff.
Removes
and
buffs, that's right.
Pella will just remove a buff and then just like, okay, they're dead now. Well, me, I brute force it. I just kill them twice anyway. It's fine.
I mean, it's not that hard to kill
It's
them.
not that hard to kill them twice, but still, a lot of people are like, yeah. And Luocha is imaginary also, so you get that coverage and you get the best healer in the game, right?
Yeah.
He's really, really good, right? And he doesn't need a turn or a skill point to heal somebody because he has the stacking system, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's very good. I highly recommend Luocha if you don't have like Bailu and you want another healer for your team.
Yeah,
I'd
that isn't
recommend it.
Natasha.
Actually, even if you do have Bailu, I'd recommend Luocha, because
yeah,
personally, my personal preferences, I really don't like Bailu. Because like Bailu's healing, first her skill is RNG based.
Yeah.
You could heal.
That was what I was worried about with Qingqie.
Qingqie, her RNG is manipulatable.
This
So,
one is not. Yeah,
This one is not, which I don't like. And seeing how important healing is very annoying not to get the right heal on the right person.
Yeah, that's
in
true.
the most important moment. Her ult
like
doesn't
with
heal
Natasha,
that
you
much.
can choose.
She has the whole invigoration system where like, you invigorate an ally so when they get hit they heal. I mean, sure, that's cool and all, but then like that doesn't save my people from dying if they get bursted or cleared buffs, right? And I want my team to be full health, not like half health and barely surviving,
Yeah.
Bailu, I think, is not a healer for me, because I prefer to use Natasha even now, like over Bailu. I have both, and I still prefer to use Natasha.
Yeah.
Just her healing is just raw, stronger, and she gets her ult more faster. I think Bailu is the healer for more. Bailu is the healer for more risky type characters.
Risky
so like
comps, basically.
Blade is very good with Bailu, because
But I thought Luocha and Blade were kind of.
Luocha and Blade are also very good.
No, I thought that was like that's what you do. Like if you're gonna get Blade, you should get Luocha.
That's one
like,
way
what
to
I
do it.
heard.
Yeah. But Blade is also very good with Bailu, because
Really?
yes, because Blade gets his special follow-up attack, the Blessing of Fushu. What's it called?
Fushin?
No. Blessing of wait.
Blessing of.
Wait,
No.
Shufu's blessing.
Shufu's blessing.
Shuhu's blessing. Yes.
Shuhu's blessing.
Because okay, every time Blade gets attacked,
Yes.
he'll get 1 stack. When he gets to 5 stacks, he'll do Shuhu's blessing,
Which
is an AoE attack on all your opponents,
Oh.
and that it heals him proportional to how much damage you deal.
Oh, is that right?
Right? So he's also dependent on getting hit, right? So Bailu's invigoration thing heals them if they get hit. So I think they could have good synergy together, and especially the fact that Blade is a very risky character with the amount of HP he sacrifices, because he sacrifices HP with skill, he sacrifices HP with ult. And Bailu, in case they die, Bailu can revive him just in case. So that's why, like, on the next banner, I'm gonna roll just to get one copy of Yukong.
Really?
Yeah. I'll just roll to get Yukong and then I'll stop. I don't need Luocha because I have wealth for imaginary coverage.
Okay, but like I feel like you're still losing out on somebody.
But yes, like maybe when he comes back. Later on.
That's your plan.
But my initial plan has always been to get save for Blade.
Save for Blade, yeah.
And then later on, Jingliu.
Yes, let's talk about her.
Wait. We'll talk about her later. Okay.
We'll get to the characters that we know of. So we did Yukong. We did what was her name? We did Yukong. We did damn it, Luocha. We did Yukong. We did Luocha. Who else comes to mind? Silverwolf, right. So
Silverwolf, I think everyone's tried her out already, right?
Yeah, I think people are still on the you have to get Silverwolf because of the
the
she can implant a weakness, yeah.
Yes, weakness implant is a very
very useful skill from the sound of it.
It is. It's very, very useful. Especially in situations where you don't have a certain element to deal with a certain character, or you're running more difficult challenge runs, like, you know, you're playing in simulated universe or anything like that. I'm sure that Silverwolf can really provide a lot of value, you know. But aside from that, quantum damage. Quantum isn't exactly the most, you know, evident element, just like imaginary.
Yeah, which is a contributing factor to Sila's guys. That's how you say her name.
Sila. It's Russian.
German or Russian?
Russian.
Yeah, Sila.
Sila.
With an A?
A-H, like Sila.
Alright, so I think that contributes to how valuable Sila is in the role, because, you know, like, she's one of the few.
Yeah, and Quantum, argument, Quantum is the best attacking offensive element.
Yeah, like, because
Entanglement is a very strong, damaging debuff.
What about Imprisonment?
Imprisonment is more of a CC debuff. It slows your opponent, which makes it useful. But Entanglement just makes a bomb that detonates when they have their turn later on after you hit them. Right?
Fascinating.
It's really strong. But that's why Sila does the most amount of damage among all hunt characters.
So far.
Nobody can reach the numbers that Sila can reach. Okay?
Yeah, well, the game is still young.
It is still young. So stop saying that Yanqing is better than Sila. She's not. He's not. He is not better than Sila. Let's keep it like that.
I think every character. Well, as we've all said, you know, every character.
I'm not saying Yanqing is bad. I'm just saying he's not better. Okay, he's not better, and he is replaceable. If any 5-star so far is replaceable in terms of what they do, it is Yanqing.
It's Yanqing, yeah.
Right.
So have we reached Silverwolf already?
Silverwolf.
Oh wait, no. We skipped the order. We should talk about Jing Yan.
Oh yeah. We can talk about Jing Yan, sure.
Because
if you're looking at
if you're the crazy person like me who skips Sila,
you're not crazy if you're skipping Sila. I mean, like, you could go for Jing Yan if you want. I know that there are some people out there who want Jing Yan because
I'm so interested in seeing that there's a debate.
Right?
There's an actual debate who's better to get, like,
who's better
Sila
to start
or Jing Yan.
with, Sila or Jing Yan. Yes, there is a debate. So
I think we've made the pretty clear argument why for Sila already.
Yes.
What about Jing Yan? Like,
Jing Yan is fantastic. He's a very, 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 very strong erudition character. Very, very, very strong, my friend.
The force is strong with this one.
The force is strong with this one. Yes. But generally, people have differing opinions, you know. Like, sometimes
Sila's better, sometimes he's better
for a starter, or Jing Yan is better for a starter, but it depends. It really depends, because like Jing Yan is very good at AoE. We know that much.
And,
right?
and I mean, I would argue you kind of need that in this game.
Yeah, to an extent, yeah, you do need a lot of AoE.
But the Lightning Lord does like quite a lot of damage too.
It does, like his ultimate is probably one of the strongest hitting, or no,
Really?
no, his Lightning Lord is one of the strongest hitting stuff in the game. It's absolutely fantastic when he does hit someone with it. It's a follow-up attack, so you can finally run Elation teams.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Also, who's your favorite Aeon?
My favorite Aeon?
It's not Aha, is it?
No. No, it's not.
But Aha is literally Deadpool, guys.
Well, we haven't seen them, but I think my favorite is Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
The Aeon
Which
of
one is that?
Voracity.
Yeah.
The all-consuming world serpent.
Oh, it's like Jormungandr.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, okay, going back. So, okay, what are the pros and cons? Because you can still get Scylla now, guys. Like, she's still there. Like,
Pros, Scylla can act as an AoE character because she just kills everyone.
yeah.
Right? And she's very strong. Quantum damage, hard to get.
Yeah.
Burst damage, very evident. Can monkey stuff? Yes. What I mean by that is that you can fight opponents without a quantum weakness and she'll still do a lot of damage.
Okay.
You can monkey stuff with her. So it's very good. But she's still single target limited.
Yeah, she's a hunt.
She doesn't have a lot of health, obviously, because she's a hunt. And it's not a lot of downsides, actually. There's not a lot of downsides to having Scylla.
Yeah.
She's just really, really good. Her technique is really good. Her passive is pretty good
Is
too.
she good to have in the long run? Because the longer this game goes, the more they will introduce broken characters.
But because as of now, as of my information for
there won't be a hunt character for some time.
There's no hunt characters for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Most of it is actually destruction, abundance, nihility. Yes, and erudition.
Is Silverwolf Nihility?
Yes.
Okay.
Quantum nihility, so
Yeah.
you know it's good.
So what about pros and cons for Jing Yan naman?
Pros, Jing Yan is extremely powerful. Although his stats may look like, it's not that good. But
It is.
when his numbers more than make up for that. The numbers on his attacks and skills more than make up for it.
Yeah.
His burst damage is insane, and it's like he's dealing single target damage to a group of enemies.
He's like the Gilgamesh of this game.
He's like the Gilgamesh of this game. Yes. He's like, what the heck? Why are you doing so much damage?
I thought you were AoE.
I thought you were AoE. Yes. Like, what are you doing? Stop. He's already dead. Stop killing him. And
My God.
yes. I wouldn't worry too much. I wouldn't worry too much about dealing AoE damage. Though, cons for having Jing Yan, your Serval is now useless.
Yeah.
You don't because he's also electric, so there is no point into using Serval anymore.
Yeah, now that he's there, yeah.
You only need Jing Yan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like how you don't need the fire Trailblazer if you have Jeopard.
Yeah. It's just it's redundant.
It's kind of redundant.
Well, no, you do need the Fire Trailblazer. You just don't need March anymore.
Oh, yeah.
If you have Jeopard.
But then what about... Okay. What's interesting to me is that they're not doing the Genshin style, where the banner's 4 stars are the same.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah. What do you think of the statement that people make that Jing Yan's banner is better for F2P? Because Ting Yun and Su Shang are there.
Okay, that is a good argument. Because yes, those two F2P characters are very good.
Ting Yun especially, yeah.
Ting Yun, best harmony character if you don't have Bronya.
Yeah.
She's much better than Asta. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Asta is still useful, yes. But Ting Yun, if you're just looking to have a strong support for your a hyper carry or something, what you call it?
Ting Yun,
Ting Yun is fantastic.
Okay.
She's very good at doing that. For other stuff, Su Shang, like I said, very much better. Su Shang can
deal a lot.
Deal a lot of damage, especially against broken up opponents. And
But that's kind of an issue with her, though, isn't it?
what do you mean?
You have to break them for Su Shang to deal damage.
The deals damage, yeah. Yes, that is.
So if you're
somewhat
fighting
of
like
issue.
an enemy, well, okay, the argument of like, oh, if you're fighting an enemy that's not weak to physical, first of all, why would you bring Su Shang? But then, I guess
But
early
still,
on,
I mean,
you don't
early
have a choice.
on, you don't have that coverage that people would like.
Yeah, you don't have much of a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
So,
But still, Su Shang is fantastic. Based on my my own experience.
yeah.
I've used Su Shang to clear floor 12 of the Forgotten Hall already.
Really?
Yes, and
You're
I was
floor 12
under
already?
leveled. I was under leveled. I was level 50 fighting level 60 opponents.
How the heck were you all... What? Wait, how are you already at floor 12? I'm only at floor 8.
I am a strategic genius. Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't even I was using whatever I had. So my only 5 stars are Sila, Bronya, Bailu, and Welt.
Well, then
and
you-
Clara.
You have five stars.
I have a lot, but I didn't use all of them. I actually used a lot of 4 stars during the run. Like I only used one 5
Trailblazer?
star. Yeah.
Oh no, Trailblazer is a 5-star.
I used Welt on the top half and the rest were 4 stars. And of course the protagonist. And then the bottom half was
Bottom half.
because floor 12 is
It's like
Like
Genshin, there's
Genshin,
two teams.
two teams,
Oh
yeah.
no. I mean, easier to do that in a turn-based game. So,
but in the second half I used Bronze Seal and then the others were 4 stars.
mm,
So I did that. I'm a strategic genius. I was under-leveled and
It
I still
worked.
did it.
it still worked.
It still worked. Yeah. I am a strategic genius.
All right.
But yeah, I still recommend Jing Yan because
Yeah.
his damage
I
is
feel
insane.
like he will do well in Forgotten Hall.
Yes, I agree. He will definitely do
'Cause,
well in
like-
Forgotten Hall. Because
'cause,
a
like,
lot of the enemies in Forgotten Hall nowadays are actually weak to electric.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's... I was thinking about it. It's like, dang, Jing Yan's gonna be like really, really good here.
Not only that, like, can Bronya give the Lightning Lord a turn?
What do you... like...
Bronya gives-
Lightning Lord doesn't actually have a turn.
No, he's there in the action.
Yes, but you can't control like him. Like you can't boost him.
All right. So how about who's after Luocha? Oh, talk to us about Silverwolf.
Silverwolf. Okay, Silverwolf. I think people have tried her out before a lot. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are rolling her because she's really cute. I find her cute,
I
but
thought
then
it
she's
was
just
because
another version of Bronya. So
I thought it was because of the whole implant weakness, like we mentioned a while ago.
That is also very, very valuable. Implant weakness is a debuff that's just, oh my god, you can implant weakness.
How long does it last?
I think 2 to 3 turns.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a long time.
In
Yeah.
this game, especially late game, that's a long time.
Yes, and that's a debuff that only she has.
For now, or like just
as
in
far as I
general.
know, she's the only one who has ever been able to do that.
Oh, okay.
So, very powerful. She is Nihility. And
Good.
Yeah, but Quantum. If you need Quantum, I can recommend Silverwolf. She does a decent amount of damage anyway with her ult also.
Yeah, because like it seems to me like the Nihility characters can also deal
Except for
damage.
Pella.
Because like, yeah,
Except for
Kafka.
Pella and Sampo.
Yeah, Kafka deals damage.
Well,
Wilt deals a lot of damage apparently.
Silverwolf, yes, deals damage. But like Sampo and Pella do not deal a lot of damage. Sampo
see.
is a debuffer, like through and through with like DOT. Pella is a debuffer in the sense of buff removal and AoE debuffing.
I see.
Well, it's just if you're debuffed and slowed, I will deal more damage to you. And then you have Kafka, I will blow up your damage over time.
Mm.
And then you have Silverwolf.
I feel like
Ideal single target
I feel
damage.
like she's worth getting also Kafka.
Yes, I mean, okay. Do you like fighting with damage over time? It's advertising.
I mean, are you an X main in?
Yeah. Do you
in
like
Simulated
using
Universe?
X in simulated universe? Yes.
Get Kafka.
Yeah, Kafka is very good for that. Kafka deals a lot of and she has follow-up attacks also. If you attack somebody who is shocked and Kafka's there, she will shoot them with her.
Oh.
She'll shoot them with her Uzi.
So she works with AHA too.
Yeah. Do you remember you fought her in Simulated
Yeah,
Universe?
but
Diba she shoots
but
people when your ally attacks
Yeah,
your
but
other
I
ally?
imagined that was like a boss thing. I didn't.
No, that's part of
she
her
does
kit.
that.
Yeah,
She actually does
if
that.
you're debuffed and you receive a basic attack from an ally, she'll follow up attack off it.
Really?
Happens
that
twice.
Worked.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And her ult deals extra damage to the more damage over time, I think.
Oh.
That's the way it works or something like that. But it's very good. She's very good. And my friend is
Wants
a
her?
Kafka simp.
Okay.
Kafka simp. He wants to get pegged by Kafka.
I mean, yeah, Kafka is also.
Like, a lot of people are down bad for Kafka.
Oh yeah.
Like, the amount of people that are down bad for her is... Wow,
Yeah, so-
that's a lot.
So
All the VTubers I've watched who's
Want
like
Kafka?
at the start of the game where Kafka was there's like, Mommy? Like
yeah,
that.
and I know there are yeah, and funny enough, those same VTubers when they see Jingy and they're like
Like,
Daddy.
Daddy.
like that.
Yeah, it's funny. I like that so many people
Yeah.
are enjoying Star Rail.
Yeah.
It's
Are there any other like 4-star characters that we haven't met yet that are coming? Because like Yukong is there in the Luocha banner. Right? Like,
There's Xie Yi.
yes, Xie. Like,
Yeah.
do we already know what she does?
Xie Yi is, I don't know what she does, but I know her element and her path. She is
Yeah.
a quantum destruction.
Ooh, like, okay, that sounds valuable.
Like, we're getting a lot more destruction as time goes on.
Yeah, Xie sounds valuable. Just by that alone, actually, that sounds valuable.
Oh, yeah. You could say that.
What about what's his name? Actually, what is his name? Oh yeah, okay. So with him comes so after Kafka, is Blade after or before Kafka?
Same batch.
No, yeah, I mean like
Oh, who comes first?
who comes first?
I think
yeah.
Kafka and then Blade.
Oh. Okay, so tell the you've already said this in previous episodes, but
Yes.
again, this could be someone's first episode. Why are you rolling for Blade?
Okay, so Blade is the is the archetype of character that I enjoy in every turn-based game.
So how
that
come
I've
you don't
played.
like Arlan? In that,
No,
if that's the case.
because I know Blade exists.
Oh,
And he's just
okay.
he's just Chang'e Blade.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
like
that's
Blade takes damage, sacrifices health to deal more damage. Right? Who did I play in Genshin? I played Hu Tao. Sacrifices health to deal more damage.
fair. I thought you were Ito now.
But yes, but my first character was my first character that I really wanted was Hu Tao.
Okay,
Right.
that's fair.
But from there, right, like it became clear, like, and I saw the amount of numbers and damage he does, and he's also self-sustaining and his wind damage. I was like, I like that. I don't need to focus too much on healing him, and he'll just do 1,000,000 damage with his basic attack.
Yeah, plus you have Bilo.
Because he has an enhanced basic attack also. Because like his skill is not an attacking skill; it's a enhancement skill, and he gets an enhanced basic attack for using
like
it.
the Trailblazer.
Something like that, and it becomes AOE.
Mm.
So he's basically an erudition, but he's a destruction.
So he can also do single target.
Yes. Well, no, not really. Not really single target.
I thought he
per
does
se.
like a lot of damage too.
But he just does a lot of damage, right? Yeah, that's the thing I enjoy about Blade. So I'm excited for when he comes out.
Mhm.
I'm very excited for that.
Now, what about okay. Those are the banners that we know. Well, okay. I've seen a video that says Fu Shen is after him.
Fu Shen?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't even know she was a 5-star.
Fu Shen is a 5-star.
Do we know anything about her?
She's Quantum Harmony, I think.
So,
Wait,
she good or
I'm not sure. Wait, I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. But
the one everyone
because I don't know her kit.
Yeah, the one everyone thought was the Yae Miko of the Yae Sakura of this game.
I don't know where everyone thought about that. She looks
you know,
nothing like
pink
her.
hair,
Just because her hair is pink.
Shrine
doesn't
person, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone was coming off the heels of Genshin with Yae Miko, like.
Oh, but I don't know anything about Fu Shen.
Okay, and then of course there's Jing Liu.
Jing Liu, the character I want, that I'm very excited.
Look her up,
for.
guys.
Jing Liu, you can look her up. She's
Su Shang Havers probably remember the name from her lines.
yes, if you've read the lines. But Jing Liu is ice destruction.
Oh, she is.
Yes. So I'm gonna have a lot of destruction stuff on my parties and stuff, you know. But I really like her design. I'm a big fan. I'm a very big fan. So I'm very excited for her to be released. We'll see. I hope I can actually get her. Because I've missed stuff like this before.
So, that's us in terms of characters, I suppose. I guess, overall, what do you think is next? Like, in terms of like, well, okay, we're getting part 2 of the Luofu story.
Part 2, Luofu story. We are getting some events. I do have info on that.
Like what?
One of them is just a traditional battle event. You have to, you fight a series of battles and they have different random conditions. There's another one where you have to set a team at the start and then your opponents are randomized.
Oh, okay.
And then you're not allowed to change characters.
Oh.
So you have to finish a gauntlet of opponents that are randomized.
Okay, so any event like that, Server Wolf is perfect.
Yes. What else do we have? We also have another event that's gonna be like the main event, I think, for next update. It's kind of like a...
Oh, so the story is not the main.
There's a puzzle, like, bring me type of event where you find things...
Oh,
like
the story is not the main event.
No, I think that still the main event. But, like, there's still that, the side parang event to you know, showcase, other areas or just to keep us active and whatnot.
Alright.
There will be that thing also.
Okay.
That one is like, you have to look for graffiti on the walls or something like that, and you collect them and you get points and stuff like that, and more points gives you more things. That type of stuff, you know. Aside from that, there's also the other event, which is the I forgot what the other one is. There's 4. I forgot what the last one is.
Alright. But
those are events you can look forward to. Also, do you want me to say what characters are featured next update? Because
Luocha and...
No. As in the story.
Oh! Jingliu?
Yes.
We'll meet her?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was very excited. I was very excited for that. I was like, wow, you get to meet her. Yeah.
Yeah. Look her up, guys.
Yeah, look
Jingliu,
her up.
any listener who is a Honkai Impact fan will know.
Yeah. But
although she looks kind of different in Impact, but yeah, whatever.
So there's Jingliu. Yes. Should I say the other ones? It might be a spoiler.
Nah, it's not a spoiler if people don't get it. Like the fact that they exist isn't really a spoiler.
Okay.
Is it? Say like Silver Wolf shows up. That's not.
That's not a spoiler. But there is a certain someone who shows up that it might be a spoiler for people who expect something from the certain thing.
Like what? We're giving you a warning right now.
Yeah.
This might be a spoiler. Might. We can't really say it.
I think it is. If you don't follow leaks, then it is.
Alright.
Or if you haven't listened to our talks about the future of Star Rail characters before.
You mean what we were just doing a while ago?
Yeah. Or like in previous episodes, because I've talked about this person in previous episodes also.
Alright, so let's okay, if you're somebody who doesn't want to hear spoilers, we'll make this the last thing. So you can actually leave now if you don't want to be spoiled. Thanks for listening, and we'll give you a few seconds of silence to get out of your way.
Tan, 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 tan.
Okay, you're still here. Who is it?
The new Dan Hong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a new Dan Hong form.
Okay, you know what? I don't think that's a spoiler. Because, okay, guys, they do this in Honkai Impact as well.
Yes.
And Epic 7 does this too.
I still think it's kind of a spoiler because we didn't know
that there's another version
of Dan Hong, right? Now, because he
just
becomes
saying
Inhibitor Lunai.
Well, just saying that there's another Dan Hong, like I think
that's a bit of a spoiler because it reveals, he has a hidden form or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's just...
And you know Honkai, that he's gonna do something important, right?
I think Honkai players are used to that there's like multiple versions of the same character.
Yeah, but the new Dan Hong is Dan Hong Inhibitor Lunai.
Okay, what does that even mean?
Essentially, what it is like he's going to be he's a destruction, and I think he's... I forgot his element.
But he's not wind again.
He's not wind again, I think, but...
Alright.
But yeah, he's gonna be featured in the story, so we'll get to see him already.
Ooh.
Kafka is also featured.
Kafka. Oh, well, of course. Like, why am I surprised? Of course, Kafka. But what happens next? Like, what do you think is gonna go on now? Like, okay, obviously, like they showed us that okay, something's up with Dan Heng here. Because like I think we saw during the trailer.
Yeah, he has some.
That whole
he
thing
has
with
some
Blade.
beef with Blade. He has some beef with Blade.
We don't know what it is, but like, there's something going on there. Like, it's exciting. Dan Heng, I wonder if March will get another version of herself. Would you like to see that? I mean,
I don't think she'll.
Imagine if she was really good.
I don't know if they can make a different March though.
If they can make a different Dan Heng, I don't see why not.
Yeah, but like.
Well, okay, we don't know the context
has a
of how.
mysterious past, right?
Okay, we don't know the context of how this guy exists.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know any story context. I don't know nothing.
All right. So, we've talked about. Okay. Yeah, like, you know, I think we can end here. Like, we're already on spoiler territory. Even then, it wasn't that much. Overall, yeah, we are super excited to see what's next for Star Rail. I'm waiting in agony for Jingyan to come out. Like, please come out already. Like, it can. I'm getting impatient. But I mean, he's so cool, guys. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Just look him up if you really wanna see. I do like where the story's going, but I'd like to see more of it at some point. Like, okay, there is that beef with Dan Heng, but we need to see more of that. Like, what's going on there?
You talking about Blade?
Yeah, to a degree, we were talking about Blade. Like, just in general, okay, what's going on? What's up with?
If you're gonna play Star Rail, start.
Please start.
Start. Because, like, you know, this patch 1 will be a great time for you to start upgrading your characters, getting your equilibrium level up, getting to that more optimization phase of the game, and that's really important. It's good to cover a lot of characters. Like right now, I don't upgrade only like 4-5 characters that I don't upgrade. Everyone else I upgrade them always.
But I think there's still a room of like, okay, I always use Jeopard and Natasha, so I'll upgrade them first.
Yes,
like,
that's what I do also. So I remember it's very important to upgrade your characters, and the earlier you start, the better chances you have of, you know, having the right equipment for stuff by the time you make it to next update.
Yeah, not getting power crept and everything.
Yes, exactly.
So that was Honkai Star Rail. Is there anything we still haven't talked about? Like, without getting into... Maybe we can make the spoilers a different episode.
I don't really have story spoilers.
No, but just discussing the story so far.
Oh, yeah. I guess we can make that a different episode.
If you want. Maybe we can wait till, like, the actual Luofu story is done.
Or maybe the next... when the Luofu comes out, the next part of Luofu, then we can talk about Bellabog.
Talk about Bellabog. We just talked about Bellabog.
Or do you want to just talk about, like, Luofu?
Actually, yeah, let's just wait till the entire Luofu is out. Because, you know, it's like waiting until Genshin had finished Lie.
Okay.
But in general, like, you know, we're always looking deep into the lore. We're both trying to be lore masters. It's a little harder because a lot of the documents here are useless.
Well,
so I read the data banks more than I read the bookshelf.
Yeah, but when you look at the bookshelf, sometimes you just
there are things. Yeah, like I learned the name. Like I learned the name of Jingyan's cat is Mimi.
Mimi the cat.
Mimi the cat.
Yes.
Yeah, he takes care of it, and you know, it's like that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And we gotta say, like, the other thing to address, like, there's not. Thankfully, nothing so far has been like, oh, if you played Honkai Impact, you know what that is, like, you know who that is, you know, things like that.
Yeah,
like,
you don't need to know. It's fine.
Yeah, although, like, you know, just Welt's lines.
Some of them are a bit suspicious.
He's just talking about. If you don't know, it's basically something about Honkai.
Yeah.
Impact.
You don't need to know about it though. I mean, you can. It's more of a new journey for him, so it doesn't matter too much.
Plus, apparently, he wasn't playable in Impact, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've seen some videos where he was a Hersher.
I don't know about that. That's a bit weird.
Yeah, but
okay.
We'll see. But yeah, folks, Whew. Good episode. Good long episode. Gacha Rock and Roll. We'll be back. I don't know what's coming next. In any of the gacha games we're playing. Maybe when Lost Belt 6 comes out. Although
Yes.
we've done a Lost Belt 6 discussion.
We have.
Well, we'll get the English translation, so
Yeah.
maybe then it'll change a few things.
Yeah. Or,
Lost Belt 6 comes out.
or if anything happens in JP.
Yeah. Or in Genshin.
Because JP anniversary is coming soon,
Is it?
right?
Oh god,
July,
yeah.
or July, August.
Oh yeah. Place your bets, guys. Who is the anniversary servant? Is it Olga or is it Kamazots?
Could be either.
Or
I've been listening to his theme a lot. It's really catchy.
Should I say Chad Mazots?
Chad Mazots, yeah.
What do you... tangent to end. What do you think of the explanation of how he's a beast?
I like
Does it make sense or is it kind of
makes a lot of
stretching
sense.
the rules?
Well, that's
a
why
bit?
he's a forgotten beast, right?
Oh, so that's a different category.
No, he's a beast that was given the category but forgotten, right?
Okay, if
He was
they
never
re-
meant to be a beast.
if they
But he
release
fell
either of these
under-
characters,
Yeah. Well,
Should
they
they-
could make
should they keep-
Kamazots a beast, but
should they keep that? That's what I was gonna ask.
because he's either gonna be a berserker or a beast.
Well,
That's
people
what
some
it is.
say like, oh, he's an Avenger because he's avenging the people that sacrificed their
Well,
their lives so that he
that
could
can also
be
make sense.
so that he could become a beast and fight Orc.
That can also make sense. I wouldn't mind that either. That's a good explanation.
Kamazots, yeah, Chad Mazots.
Yeah.
It's just that we already have like gameplay of Olga.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
do.
they
So I think they'll probably do her first, and I'm very happy to see that.
Because true, there's no one left. Kiri's out already.
Yeah, they literally added Rasputin.
So
So wow. Okay.
all the apostles are there. I think.
Yes.
Unless Lev Liner becomes a servant.
No, Lev isn't the apostle. But yeah, I think all the apostles are there.
Oh, right.
That's it. I think we're good now.
All right. So, folks, catch you guys next time. Who knows what that'll be about, but stay tuned.
Yeah.